We going up. What we talking about? We going up. Up. We going up. What we talking about? Up. We going up. What we talking about? We going up. Up. We going up. What we talking about? What's up with mud? What's up with mud? What's up with mud? What's up with mud?
Hello. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me? Okay, now my word's coming up in Spanish. It is. Yeah. Glory to God. Can y'all hear me now? Wait a minute. There's your fan down there. Ooh, yes. So, yes. Please, let me know if you can hear me. Hallelujah. Y'all. It's a good show. Thank y'all for sticking around through all the technical difficulties. Can y'all hear me? Okay, so now you can hear me. Thank you, Anita. Okay, so you all know that I am running for Smyrna Town Council again. And I just, if you want to make a difference, you got to try to get in there and make a difference. And so we can sit around. It's real easy to sit around and, complain about what's going on. But sometimes you got to throw your hat in and see, how I can play a part. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the questions because y'all know the girls play later, Dallas girls. But and I don't want to hold nobody up from watching their girls. So, Tarita, go ahead.
Okay, so welcome everybody, and thank you for being here.
Yes.
So, one question that we did have from someone, well, that we have is what encouraged you to run for Smyrna Town Council?
Okay, so what encouraged me to run is one thing is I saw that some things were trickling down from Washington, D.C. And so, I began going to the meetings. I had gotten on the SWAC board. I was like, let me get involved because I'm involved in the community, mostly our community. But I said, let me get involved in the whole Smyrna community. Now, I do a lot of things behind the scene. I'm not one that needs a pat on the back. I don't need all of that. But I just try I saw some issues and I said, well, yes. And I saw some issues as to where I could bring a level playing field. And so that encouraged me to try to get on because, it's like one councilwoman with 5 councilmen and then the mayor is female. So I was like, we need some more female energy on the board. We need some more, some diversity. And I think diversity is with, the race as long as with the gender. So that's what encouraged me. I can see how I can play a part in making Smyrna a better place to live.
And we do have one question, but let's go to the next one. So for anybody, I'm just going to pretend I know nothing.
Okay.
So really my question, and I'm pretty sure others is, we see that you're running for town council. What is town council? I mean,
Okay.
what do you do and what's the purpose of it?
Okay, so town council, the members are responsible for representing the community and making policies that address the needs of citizens and passing legislation and administering services and programs. Councilmen and councilwomen approve budgets, hire staff, and set policy. So that's what a council, the town council basically runs the city.
Okay.
It runs the town. So that's what we do. Some of the duties include, and yes, I am reading, policy making. Council members are elected to create policies that govern the town. Legislative duties, council members pass local ordinances and resolution. And if you ever go to a town meeting, you'll see what I'm talking about when you hear about ordinances. Ordinances come about when people are trying to build and they have to make sure that, the land perks, that the structure is good. Hey, Cian again, budget approvals. You have to, and that's why I really want to play a part in the budget. Because I'm a budget person now. I didn't used to be. Like I said, when I was cutting Tarita's hair, that and thank y'all, we got almost 2,000 views.
I know.
But I just want to say that I'm a person of budget, and I know what needs to be cut, when it needs to be cut, and we need to look at that. If something is going on with the budget, if budget's going to the left people and not to the right, or to the right people and not to the left. It's just things that I know I can bring to the table as far as a budget. Planning and development. Council members guide the town's planning and development. We play a big part, and I say we, like I'm speaking it into existence. Mm-hmm. We play a part in the residents. I'm so proud of. I just want to give a hand clap to the citizens of Smyrna.
Yeah.
Because there are some sections of this community that don't want things in their community, and they come to these town meetings and they let their voices be heard. We've got to let our voices be heard. I'm not saying anybody on the council member is perfect, but we are the people who elect them. And so that is, some of the things that we do. We collaborate with other agencies. Smyrna government is a council manager form. And so it means that the town council is made up of elected officials and the town manager is appointed by the council. Well, y'all know we just went through the referendum back in March because they were trying to minimize the duties of our elected judge and clerk. And so our town clerk. And so unfortunately, that town manager resigned. So now we have a new town manager, and the town manager is the chief administrative office of the town and is responsible for carrying out the policies created by the council. So these are the things I'm learning. Like, okay, we just can't go in and not know what we're going into.
Right.
When you apply for a job, you have to find out what that job entails. You have to find out what's going on. So those are some of the duties of the town council.
One question also, and then we'll get to your question, Lewis. So, I noticed that you did mention as far as you guys should come to the meetings, and just as I don't know, but a lot of people they're not able to get to the meetings by 5. So if I can't come to the meeting, you mentioned something about a show, the TV. So tell the people how they can tune into the meetings if you can't make them in person.
If you can't make them in person, Channel 3, you can watch. That's the Smyrna, Rutherford County channel. You can watch. You can go back on YouTube. And that's one of the questions that I have. What can we do different? Because that was brought up about moving the meeting to like 6 o'clock. And the reason, quote, that, and I'm quoting because I was there, they have to pay overtime. People have to stay later. La da 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 da. We're talking once a month, maybe twice. I have a problem with that. How are we going to get the community involved? Because to me, and I'm just being honest, that's almost like, let's do it at 5 because we won't get that many people. And that's just my take on it. But if you move it to 6, people who get off at 5 will have a better chance to get in there at 6. And that's something that, maybe, hey, we can put it on the ballot. I don't know. But those are some of the things that, we want to at least give the community a shot.
Right.
But you can go back and look at it on YouTube or Channel 3. Sometimes they run it on the Town of Smyrna page.
Yeah.
So that's some of the places you can go.
So for something else, another question that we do have that Lewis had, can you help to bring transparency to the town council? How do you feel you can do that?
I'm about honesty. Let's call a spade, y'all. If there is something fishy going on,
right?
I know there's like a code of ethics or something that you can't say, but for me, I will point you in the right direction. Okay. Maybe I can't say anything, but hey, I can give you the person who you can go to, and so that is my job. I want to be transparent. If I don't know the answer, best believe Mutt is going to get you an answer or get you a phone number and a name to say, hey, look, because I'm going to tell you, I had picked up someone in a part of Smyrna and they felt like Smyrna didn't care about them. And this place have had potholes in their neighborhoods for 30 years. 30 years. So I went to somebody and I was like, hey, what can we do about these potholes? And it's like, well, that's private property. And so, I was like, okay, so if it's private property, I need to get the name of the person who's talking to me about the situation and then go give him the private property owner and say, hey, look, y'all have got to come together as a neighborhood and stand on it. Say, we're tired of tearing up our cars. We're tired of replacing tires. We need some change over here. And, I just believe numbers makes a difference. When you go in numbers, it tell you, y'all saw what happened on Capitol Hill January 6th, right? Y'all saw the numbers. Y'all saw what happened in Nashville last night, right? Y'all saw the numbers. Yes. But I'm just saying, go in peace. There's always a chain of command. Always start at the bottom. Always keep a paper trail. Always know what's going on. You said, okay, on June 1st, 2025, I talked to Mr. JoJo, and he told me there was nothing he could do about it. Well, then, okay, Mr. JoJo got somebody who is over him. So you go to, you just keep going until you get a resolution. And that's me. I'm going to bring the bulldog to the council. I'm gonna fight for the citizens of Smyrna.
Okay. So I guess that kind of answers one of the questions that we had. Another one, which is pretty much like what makes you stand out from any of the other candidates. And on that note, for anybody who doesn't know, maybe just let them know how many seats are available and how many. Well, no, that's going to be a next question. Let's answer this first. What makes you? Well, how many candidates are running?
Okay.
And what makes you stand out from anybody else who's running?
There are 6 candidates running. There are 3 seats available. You can vote for 3 people. I'm just asking. I'm not going to send out a text and ask you who you're voting for. That was not something that came from the Marquinta Mutt Richardson campaign. I will ask you to vote for me. So that I stand out because I am very vocal, not the typical bitter black woman that people perceive us as. I'm just vocal. I believe in people's rights. I believe in human rights. I believe in civil rights. I just believe in people, especially taxpayers, should be right. They should have rights. And I want people to know their rights. It's so many people in this town that don't know their rights. And you've got to know your rights. Like I had someone to come on and say, can you have them to remove the brushes from our yard that's been there for 6 months, 6 weeks, or whatever they said? You have to call the town. And I will, if somebody sends me an email or a text and say, hey, Mutt, we have this over here going on. Mm-hmm. What can I do? I said, okay, so Mr. JoJo, here's his number. He's the one over the town cleanup. Right. He's over the appearance of the town. Give him a call. Okay, now about that third call, if he hasn't called you, you call me. Mm-hmm. Then I'm going to go to his office and say, hey, Mr. JoJo, citizen XYZ has been calling you, trying to get this brush out of their yard. Mm-hmm. What's the holdup? Not going ready for a fight or anything like this, just going to say, hey, what's going on? Was it overlooked? Did they pass it by? Was it not enough? I mean, what is causing this brush to stay in somebody's yard 6 weeks to 6 months?
But at least give feedback.
Yes, at least give feedback to give back to the citizen. Because if you call a council person and they don't get back with you, how does that make you feel? I know in the workforce, it makes me feel like, okay, so I've given you, a week to get me an answer. What's going on? Right. It's just a simple reply. Hey, I haven't heard from you. What's going on? I'm in a situation right now that I've been going through, and it's like, hey, what's going on? It's almost 2 weeks. You said 5 to 7 business days. Okay, so I just say you have to stay on top of it. People are busy, especially the guy in the town of Smyrna that's over the brush. I mean, he is stretched really thin. I've talked to him myself about, the neighborhood I live in. So please, you do have to give people grace. You do have to have an understanding of, what people's jobs are and make sure you're being directed to the right person. So that's what makes me stand out, because I'm going to fight for you. Mm-hmm. Only thing I ask is don't send me to war without a loaded gun. Right. Don't have me thinking that, it's all Smyrna's fault when it was a part you didn't play. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it look like it's all the town's fault when, citizens, there's a part we have to play, so that's what I wanted to let the people know. That's why I stand out.
Well, and also with that too, it's like you said, when you start like a chain of command, but with the brush or whatever it is, don't have you fighting their fight by yourself.
Right.
But then there's a lot of things too that I know people do. It's like, okay, we're going to get her. She's going to get this done. But you still have to go through the process. Yes. So really, you've got to take, as voters or citizens or whatever, you have to take an initiative yourself to try to help yourself. You're like, help me help you.
Yes.
So it can't be all on the town members. So
that's right.
Another thing with that too is, speaking of that, how many positions are open and still, even though I know the answer to these questions, I'm acting like I don't know, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm a voter coming in. Okay, I might vote for you, maybe not. I see all these signs. How many positions are actually available? And if it's, however many, do I have to do that many votes? And can I vote for more than one person, or just how does that really work?
Okay, so like I said, there's 3 seats available. 6 people are running. You get 3 votes. You don't have to use them all. You do not have to use them all. I don't know why my cousin is coming. She's in the hospital. But you don't have to use them all. I'm just asking you use one on me. You can vote for 3 people. You can. So that's what it is. That's how it is. And yes, I have been a lifelong resident of Smyrna, Tennessee. I remember when we had the one stoplight.
Yes.
Go to the light, turn left, turn right. You know where Hilltop is? Okay. That you know where the projects are? Okay. Do you know where the base is? You know, come on. It's called Weary Housing now. Yes. But I mean, it's not the base. But the base, they called it the base because that's where the soldiers were. And so that's where the soldiers live. And if y'all go take your trash off, you know that there's, the army place over there. So yeah, so that's where. Thank you, James Jordan, for sharing. Like I said, there are some. Now this is what I don't like. People in Smyrna on the outskirts are not able to vote for town council, and those are some of the questions I want to ask. Like, why is that? If you pay your water bill and your electric bill and your taxes here in Smyrna, why can't you vote for the town council? I don't know the answer to that yet. And why it's set up like that, because I just feel like if 37167 is your zip code, you should be able to vote. And so many people have told me, but I just can't. I went to there, and that's the only reason I went in 2022 was to vote for you, and your name wasn't even on there. I was like, what's your address?
Yes.
And some places down Amabile Road, some places down Rock Springs Road are on the outskirts of Smyrna, and that's one of the things I want to ask. And so that's it. That's right, Louis Brown.
What is that, right?
Oh, that's what you said. Yeah.
Yes, he's right. But
so he said, "What now?"
You've been a lifetime resident of Smyrna. You say, "Yeah, you're right. I have."
Yes, and yes, I am a fighter. I'm a fighter for rights.
Yeah. So another question we have: what's your ideas for making the town of Smyrna better? Because as we all know, I don't care what election it is, everybody is going to do these great things because they want you to vote, they want to put them in. But what is it that you can honestly say you will do right now before you get in and after you get in? And I say that realistically because a lot of people make these promises they can't. Because you can't say, I'm gonna make sure your brush get picked up every Friday. You can't do that.
That's
and a lot of people know you can, but if that's what I want you to do, I'm gonna vote for you.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna bash you because it's there on Saturday. But so what can you realistically and honestly say that you can, what ideas you have for making the town of Smyrna better?
Well, the first thing, I want to make better ways to communicate to the citizens about what's going on in Smyrna. Okay, what is going on in Smyrna? I have realized everybody doesn't have internet.
Right.
Everybody does not have internet, and so we have to find other ways to communicate what's going on. Like Depot Days, we'll have a good turnout, but we have over 10,000 people.
Yeah.
Over 10,000 people, which the census didn't come to my house this year. I don't know why, but we have over 10,000 people here in Smyrna. But we're not getting 10,000 people out. Now, I'm not saying 10,000 are going to come out, but why aren't we getting at least half? And so I know, like, some people don't have cable, so they can't see Channel 3.
Right.
Some people don't have internet, so they can't, see it on YouTube, or they can't go to Town of Smyrna's website and get the information. So what I want to do, I want to get ideas from how can we communicate better? And that's one of the things, how can we have other activities in our town? We talk about SIMA, buy here, pay here, serve here, spend your money here, but let's get some events to where people don't have to go to Nashville.
Right.
And we know that, Nashville, there's a shooting or two every night on the news, but let's keep something in Smyrna. Murfreesboro has jazz on the square. The first Friday.
Yeah.
Why can't we have something like that in Smyrna? These are some of the ways, and how can we communicate it better? It's just, can we do mailers? I know mailers are expensive, But can we do mailers, to, hey, say, we got everybody's address in Smyrna. Can we, go to the apartment complexes and say, hey, can we put this flyer in the office on the door? Because people got to pay their rent. Can we put it on the mailbox, close to the mailbox? I know we can't touch the mailbox, but can we put it like on the wall or something to get our people out to these events? I mean, there are so many ideas. We have to change the way of thinking. We have to include our young people. We were asked on the live the other night, Josh Pitts, thank you so much. I just love your intelligence. He said, Mutt, how do you plan on keeping Smyrna safe? Well, first of all, we have great officers here in Smyrna. We have great officers. Like I said on the live, I've seen them in action when it could have gone left, but the officer, he said, as long as she goes with you, she can go home. Handcuffs was on, y'all. Handcuffs were on. And I was like, oh my God, I can't watch this. And he said, come here. He said, they're young. I know they're going to make mistakes. All cops are not bad, y'all.
Right.
So, those are some of the ways. Let's communicate with our cops. Don't be shooting them birds, even if they're trying to get smart with you. Sometimes a harsh word is not needed for somebody else's actions.
Right.
Sometimes we have to react different. Sometimes, yes, we're going to get the last word. We're going to pop, 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 pop. But sometimes we have to work with them. Another thing about keeping Smyrna safe, we got to make sure we're doing what we're supposed to. If you're one of the weed heads, the alcoholics, who's drinking or whatever, don't be out driving. If you're smoking, stay at home and smoke. If that's your preference, do that. Let's not put somebody else's life in danger because of your choice. And that's, those are some of the things I want to implement in the town of Smyrna. I know it's a naysayer out there, how much you can't do that. How much you can't do that. Let me tell you what God can do.
What?
He can turn it around in the midnight hour. Folks will be wondering why they doing something.
And it's late in the midnight hour. And what's going to happen? You're going to turn it where? Around.
So please, don't give up on the town of Smyrna. Get involved. You got to get involved in your town. If you want to see change, you got to be part of the change.
Yeah.
You just can't keep saying, Mutt, do this, Mutt, do that. What are you going to do for us? And this is what I have a problem with. When Barack Obama became president, they wanted him to do all this stuff for black people.
Yeah.
Everybody before Barack was white.
Mm-hmm.
Did any of them white people get asked what you're going to do for black people?
No. Oh, I didn't.
I didn't hear.
Allegedly, they
did.
Yes.
So that's my thing. I am going to fight for all the communities in Smyrna.
Right.
But and I'm talking to my people, I need y'all to get out and vote. If you want to see something different, you got to do something different. In 2022, because it wasn't a presidential election, Todd said, get off these cell phones. I've been hit 3 times this year. I'm telling you, Todd, we have got, and it's a law for being on your cell phones, but because people have hands-free, that it is. But I'm just saying, don't ask me to do something that you haven't asked the ones who's been running the town for years. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm going to fight for us. I'm going to fight for this whole community. I'm going to fight for the town of Smyrna. But don't expect me to do it, get elected on November the 5th and November the 6th. I'm supposed to have something in place. There are processes that you got to go through. It's not snap, I dream a genie or nothing like that. We have got to, process a thing. We can go in and make ideas, write up something, and present it to the council. That's what we can do. And that's what people in the community can get together and have small group meetings and say, hey, let's look at this. How can we do this? I'm tired of hitting those 4 holes right there at that light on Enid Springs and Lowry Street, coming up Enid Springs, crossing over, going down by Domino's. There are 4 holes at that light, and I try to swerve and miss them, and I hit one of them at least. Mm-hmm. So it's like I need to call T-Dot and say, hey, we need these 4 little holes. Now everybody else's holes have been graveled, and the sinkhole we had, it's been covered up. Why can't we get these 4 holes right there by Enid Springs and Lowry Street? So those are some of the things, that I want to do. And like I said, fresh ideas, coming in, not trying to buck the system, just coming in, learning, and then implementing.
I think too, one thing, even like as Lewis said, you are lifetime resident here. So a lot of things we've seen that some people may not have, a lot of the changes you've seen. And when you, as being a lifetime Smyrna resident, there are people on the board who've been on the board. And a lot of, and being real about it, a lot of them are, and it's definitely not bashing anybody, but it's being real about it.
Yeah.
A lot of them on there are there because they daddy was, because they daddy's friend, or they dad. So a lot of times it really is who you know. But when you think about it, when you have family, you're young. These people may be younger. Well, the board members, council members may be younger than their father or grandfather, whatever. But when you have these generational ideas, the granddaddy's ideas don't work now.
That's right.
But the grandchild still has the same mentality.
Yeah.
So it's time for some fresh ideas. It's time for, and I think the last time that you ran, a lot of behind the scenes stuff we saw. And you guys may be okay. You may say we don't want a lot of this traffic in our neighborhood, whatever. And when you're elected, it may be 3, 5 a year later. What they don't want comes up in their neighborhood. Well, I thought much you said that. I think one thing that we learned is a lot of things that come up, it's been years in the making. So it's not like it just happened. It was just approved. So, even maybe this may have been something being in the making before the last time you ran. There's nothing you can do about that. That's because it's already an okay. But I think too, I'm in agreement with you as far as change. It's kind of time for somebody to get in there who does not benefit from new people and new things coming in.
Yes.
And that's again being on the honest side. When on the count, when we vote for something, now if it's a new person coming in to build, if you're building on my land, if I'm a rent real estate, I'm voting for this.
Yeah.
If you're using my bank, I'm gonna vote because it's my money. If you're using my contract, it's lovely that people have these businesses, but it should be what's best for the people and not for me, you, everybody that's on the council. So
right.
I think that's good for some new, fresh ideas. But it's just plain and simply different. Just everything changes. When like you use Barack Obama, who'd ever thought we'd have a black president? Yeah. It was time for that change, and I'm sure the ones before him never thought that.
Yeah.
But look at what all changed. So a lot of times it's time for change, and even like you say, even if whether you guys choose to vote for her or whomever, make sure you vote.
Yeah.
And look at the candidates. If it's anybody who's running now, y'all go back and look at this channel 3. It's a channel 3. I can't tell you what station it is because I mean, you may have Firefox, Roku, the neighbor's cable. I'm not saying what you may have, but when you look on the channel Smyrna, it's there. Go back and look at that, because what you see, that's how these meetings are. And some of even the nonverbal communication that some of the board members have from the top to the bottom, that's in life. So if you're talking about something and my reaction is, and that I'm being seen, if I'm blowing and looking down on my phone and not listening to my citizens, that means I don't care about you. And I don't care who's watching, because I'm going to get back in here because my daddy's in-laws going to put me here.
Yes.
So that's just a big thing. Go back and look at, go back and look at these meetings, because if they don't care, if that people, residents are looking and you roll your eyes up and anything else,
right,
then just imagine what's going on behind scenes that we don't see. And I did ask if anybody has any questions. Carmen said it is time for a change. You're right. One other thing came. How do you think you can adequately handle the issues that any of the citizens may have with the town of Smyrna or with something that they're dealing with. How can you handle that?
Well, as a council person, I can get indoors and maybe citizens can't get in.
Okay.
I will have direct contact with the mayor.
Right.
I have worked alongside, served alongside with the mayor before, serving at Smyrna Senior Citizen. I'm not scared of titles.
Mm-hmm.
I respect positions,
Right.
but I'm not afraid to speak my mind or to say, "Hey, look, this is going on. What are we gonna do?"
Right.
You know, what are we gonna do? Because what I am gonna do is come back and tell you what she said
Mm-hmm.
or what he said, because I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and I'm not gonna have a target on my back because I'm fighting for the citizens, and some people that may not care for the citizens.
Right. Right.
And so that's how I'm gonna go head on with the issues, because I want people to know that they can trust me.
Yeah.
We don't have any trust. We don't have,
Right.
I won't say we don't have any. We don't have a lot of trust in our leadership.
Yeah.
And that's a sad thing, because like Tarita had said earlier, people have been on this council for years doing the same thing. You wouldn't believe how many times I was asked in 2022, are you a broker? Are you a developer? Are you a real estate agent? And I was like, no, I'm just a finance account technician with a degree.
Why would somebody ask you that?
Why? Because people in the community feel like there are people on the council that are allegedly getting businesses and apartment complexes or whatever to move in here because there may be a broker or a developer or someone on the council. I'm not saying I have not seen anything, but I know that there are rooms that people go in, that they talk in, that I'm not in. And so if somebody comes and asks me, they've heard something or seen something, all I can do is ask questions.
Right.
To see what's going on and hey, get back to them. But no, I'm not a real estate agent. I did try for my real estate license about 15 years ago. But
okay, I thought you was gonna say 15 times. I was like, you're not really helping this situation much.
But yes, I am that. I'm not about putting. I'm gonna tell you something about this. What's done in the dark will come to the light.
Yeah.
You might get away with it for years, but eventually something's going to happen that is somebody's gonna get pissed off, angry, get cut out of something, and then they're gonna start singing like songbirds.
Right. So
I try to live my life with my nose clean, so I don't have to remember a lie or remember that, here's $500. Do this, pass this along for me. That's not me. If you want honesty in the town of Smyrna, I'm your girl. But I'm not one to pad my pockets. I got my own pockets. I work. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just I don't have time for the shenanigans, because I serve God, and I have enough that I have to ask for forgiveness for instead of robbing the city, allegedly, doing anything like that. That is not me. That is not me. You can come in, and I'm so very transparent. And there are some things that maybe the citizens can't know.
Right.
There are some things, I'm not going to say I'm all transparent. I'll tell you everything, but I will be honest with you and tell you what I can. Yep. I mean, that's just me. That's just me in an everyday life.
Yep.
It's just me in an everyday life. So, thank you so much, Tarita.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yes, please be sure to shike the show. Y'all, I tell you, I talked with Jerry last week. He said only one person gave, and that's all right. I know, people's money is tight, But Danita Albert Wade, I want to tell you, I will be sending you something. I told you anybody who gave will go in a drawing.
Yay.
And so Danita was the only one. Jeremy, we are still here. October the 17th, he goes before the state. Novus Smart Academy. He goes before the state. I have been told they have really, been kind of mean to the young man. But we know God prevails. And like I said earlier, folks will be doing things, they wonder why they're doing it, because when God is in a thing, guess what? It ain't nothing man can do. It ain't nothing man can do. And so, Jeremy Sager, thank you so much for coming on the show last week. And Danita, thank you so much for just sowing into his vision. Y'all, I'm a believer that when you sow and you give to others, it's coming back. It's coming back, but not just money. But if you out here, lying on folks and stuff, it's coming back too. But
just like Cat Williams said, I don't know why liars lie.
And at the end of the day ends.
It is.
But I just want to say thank you, Danita.
Right.
Thank you, Tarita, for coming on the Upward Mutt show and just being a great moderator. She didn't even have to mute my mic or anything.
I didn't. All I asked for is some air and water, baby. Air and water. I'm simple.
Woo! So
but one
go
thing
ahead.
I do want to throw out too, while you're getting
Yeah.
And to let people know, we laugh a lot.
A whole lot.
Because I love being happy. There's sometimes I'm not happy. I don't want to be bothered, but the majority of the time try to enjoy life.
Yes.
Because as we know, it's so short. But for real, we know how to be serious and professional.
Yes, very.
When it's time. So, some people may say, why would I vote for her? She's silly. She always she don't even know how to talk. She don't say word. She'll put S's and stuff on things that don't belong there for play. But, it's just about being real and what we need, at the time. While she's getting that ready, and I'm sure she'll say it too, but no. Is our time up? What did happen?
There we go. Now we're back.
Okay, we're back. I know she'll probably say it too, but one thing too with this election, there are a lot of you guys that are here. You don't live in Smyrna, or you don't live in quote unquote allegedly the right Smyrna.
Yeah.
So if that, and it's like I wish I could do something, you can volunteer. Because she's going to need people for early voting. And early voting, of course, you guys know it can be anywhere. And we need people for early voting. And early voting, when it ends at 6 during the week, you may not be able to come. You may have a day off. You might can do a couple of hours. Ask your mom and your cousin them. Somebody is retired. Yeah, somebody may have a daycare. Let them come while somebody else watch the kids during nap time. Whatever it is. Yes. But there's one thing I want to say. Every time, a lot of times, a lot of people need stuff. It'll be like, Mutt, can you put this on? Can you do this on your page? Even if you live in Nashville, Antioch, or whatever, you can't vote, but you can serve. You can volunteer your time.
Yes.
So, and even if you work during the week, we understand that. Definitely, you fundraising, it costs money to run these campaigns. It costs money for stuff. So that information she's going to put out, and also Saturday, she can give the Saturday times. You can come for a little while on Saturday.
Absolutely.
So there are things that you can do to help. Just because you don't live in Smyrna, don't think that there's nothing you can do.
That's right. And so early voting starts. Y'all, it'll be here before we know it.
Yes.
October 16th through the 31st. Now, if you are not registered to vote, tomorrow is the last day. Tomorrow, the 7th of October, is the last day to register to vote. You can take it right up there to the place. They will time stamp it and send you a card before November the 5th. Now, I'm not an early voter. I vote the day of in case, they lose my vote. But I'm just saying, if you're early voting, you want to get it out the way, the polls open early voting at 9 a.m. Now, like I said, like Tarita was saying, you can vote anywhere. Okay, you can vote anywhere. Murfreesboro, Laverne, Smyrna. Once they see your license or your voter's registration card, they know which ballot to get you. Now, if you go to a separate place and you don't see my name on there, please hit me up, inbox me. All righty. So the dates are October 16th. Thank you so much. Through the 31st, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Saturday the 19th and Saturday the 26th is 9 to 2. Election day is 7 a to 7 p. Y'all, I know some jobs, I know the government is giving people 4 hours to go vote. If you can give me one of those hours, because I'm trying to man 2 places, I will be off. I will be bringing tea, coffee, food. Look, I will feed you and give you something to drink. I'll have you some water, bottle of water, coffee, tea, whatever you need. I need y'all. If you don't want to give me your coins, give me your time.
It's 12 on Saturday.
9 to 2. 9 to 2.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry. 9 to 2 on Saturdays. On the 19th and the 26th. Election day is November the 5th. Y'all, if you want change, you've got to get out and vote. Yes. You've got to get out and vote. You might be one of those who say, my vote doesn't matter. But if 1,000 of y'all say that, that can make a difference in an election. Yes. That can make a difference. Okay, so I'm just asking people, and thank you, Wally Hinton. You said if you were at home, you'd vote for me. Thank you so much.
Tell your people.
Yes, class of 1986 of Smyrna. Yes, Mary Frenchtown. Thank you for already giving me your time, your volunteer hours. She will probably be my setup person. I'll be the takedown person because I get off at 4:30, so I'll be there from 4:35 to 6 o'clock. So all you have to do, I will have chairs out there. You can sit in a chair and just hold up my poster. Okay, if you've seen the little small signs through the city, that's all you gotta do is hold up. And if somebody comes over and asks you, just say, hey, why would you vote for me? And just tell them that. You don't have to. I'm not gonna give you something to make up or to say. Speak from your heart, right? Because out of the heart, out of the abundance of the heart, a man speaks. So speak out of your heart about me. All right. So those are the hours. Thank you so much. If you want to volunteer, if you can hit up Tarita, or you can hit me. I got the sign-up sheets. I've already started filling it in with people who said, hey, this is the time I'm going to work. I will send you a reminder to say, hey, look, here's your time. I will expect you there. I'm not going to browbeat you or anything if you don't show up, if life happens and you can't make it. But if you know that you're not a person who keeps your word, I just ask, please don't say you're going to do something and not do it. Okay, that's all I ask.
And then also with that, anybody who saw the last time that she ran, we were out there. Yeah, we were walking up and down the sidewalk having fun. But that doesn't mean that's what you got to do.
Right.
If you haven't had the surgery. No. If you have ailments where you can't stand long or sit long, that's fine. You can walk. You can walk up and down the sidewalk, hold the sign. You can sit down and hold the sign. Usually she'll have the tent. It's not like it's beaming. Everybody got fans. We got a couple everywhere.
Yes.
We can bring the ones that spray your face, whatever. But a lot of if you say I got you, girl. Then that's kind of what you expect. And well, I'm saying that part. She probably said it in a nicer way, but I'll paraphrase that. And I think if she has ever done anything for you, for your family, even if it's sharing, and that's one thing, she's a sower. She'll sow a seed, put an S on that. She'll sow seeds in a minute. And I'm sure a lot of people you have, but everybody's not going to know about it.
That's right.
So, even with your churches, a lot of time with your church, bring the singing sinners of the group out there and let everybody get a sign. Just something like that. They need stuff to do too.
If you need a ride,
call
me. Hey, hit up my page. I got a page on Facebook. Marquinta Mutt Richardson for Smyrna Town Council. If you need a ride, hey, say Mutt, I need a ride. Or if you don't have Facebook, then folks in Smyrna got my number. They know how to get in touch with me.
Come on here.
That's right. Come on up with Mutt and see, hey, Mutt, I need a ride. Okay. And if I can't take you, I'll surely get somebody who can. So please, y'all, just get out and vote. That's all I'm asking you all is to get out and vote. I will be going around. If you want to come and help pass out palm cards, please do so. Yeah, hey.
So when are you going to do that?
Well, I'm going to start this evening.
Okay.
I'm gonna go out this evening. I'm trying to hit apartment complexes.
Mhm.
I can cover more ground. And so that's what I'm gonna do. And anytime somebody say, "Hey, Mud, give me a stack of cards," I'll go pass them out. I'm free. I can. Hey, here you go. Go pass them out for me. You
Right.
know, I know it's warm. And, we're in 90-degree weather today. We sitting in the heat right now. But I just, I just, I just need your help. I just need your help. And y'all, Tarita knows, and other folks know, I'm not one to ask for a lot of help.
No, she's not.
I'm not, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better. But thank y'all so much. And we're gonna do, like I said, Danita Albert. Thank you so much for giving
Drum
to
roll.
Nova Smart. Woo! So here we go. Dakara Harding. You shite the show.
What she win?
Will you put in there Sherry Jenkins to send me her cash app? She won last week and I have not heard from her.
Maybe
You'll
she
hold
don't
the
want
sign
it.
for me. Thank you, Toddy Waddy. Let me know what your availability is. What hours? Thank you. You had fun. Now I'm gonna tell you, Todd is a diehard because he had surgery 2 years ago. He was going through something, but my cuz came out, pain and all, and held a sign for me. And that means so much to me. I'm just folding this stuff up. Ain't reading nobody's name.
You didn't.
Okay, I got Dakara.
And Sherry.
Sherry, you won last week. Mary Franshawn Williams.
Okay.
No, she's not the winner for today.
Okay.
She's.
Wait a minute. What is? You just
Sorry.
said her name.
I was just saying.
in the
I'm sorry,
comments.
Dakara. Your mama won last week, and I haven't heard from her.
What you said? Dakara didn't win.
No, Sherry did.
You said Dakara.
No, I said, Dakara, thank you for shiking. We're gonna hit the
You
replay.
put her. Oh.
Hold
Hold on, Dakara. Let me take your
I'm
name.
sorry.
Oh, well, never mind. She didn't say that
Sorry.
good.
I didn't say that
name.
Oh. Carmen Frazier, aka
Okay,
Buzz.
okay, so tell me who's the winner.
Okay, Sherry Jenkins won last week.
Okay, but what?
I haven't heard from her.
Maybe she don't want her.
And I was asking you to Dakara, tell your mama that she won last week.
What is Sherry's other last? Okay, so
Gwendolyn Bain.
What did she do? These are just the ones whose names.
That
tell the people, or maybe tell me.
Yeah, these are the ones who shake last week. Lisa Walker. Woo, yes.
Yeah.
Vincent Richardson. I hope y'all got a friend y'all can laugh with like me and Tarina. Kathy Jordan. Thank y'all. I just thank y'all for being so faithful.
Yeah.
Dorothy Jean Rucker.
Dorothy Jean.
Thank you, boo. Thank you. And while I'm doing this, I definitely want to lift up the King and Sanders family in the passing of Miss Mary. Keep them lifted up. If y'all don't know, Sharon and Veronica King, if you went to Riverdale, or you know Veronica is on the school board and or she's something. She's an elected official, and so please keep them in prayer. Those who have lost their mothers. I was in a store yesterday, and this lady told me she was 79 years old. She said, if you still got your mama, you better appreciate it. I said, I do, baby. I live with her.
Yep. Yes, and we all appreciate her.
Yes, honey. My mama sang today. Y'all go back and look at Elder's Chapel, baby. Danita Way Albert, yes, thank you for shiking last week. Yay. And Jared Daniel, thank you for shiking. My grandson fell asleep. He was like, Enisi, am I going to get to pull the names? And I was like, yes. And then I didn't hear any footsteps. And I went in there and he was asleep. So thank y'all so much. Yeah. Thank you.
Girl, hit that.
But yes, and for those who still have your parents, your fathers and stuff, please don't be one of those folks that say, well, they wasn't no good when I was growing up, or they were mean, or they didn't do nothing for me. Hey, you know what? I just believe when you don't forgive, you don't get forgiveness. So
Tyler Perry says that.
Tyler Perry says that. Hey, TP.
He's my friend.
He's your friend. Hey, TP. We're going to come to Atlanta and be on his show.
We can do it.
Yeah. So, yes, y'all. Thank y'all so much. And Y'all don't have to wait till Mother's Day and Father's Day to celebrate your parents. Who said so?
Mm-hmm.
You know, come on.
You know, and even with that, even with appreciating each other, whether it's your
Yes.
mate, your kids, your whatever. And when you said that, like, don't have to wait till Mother's Day or Father's Day. I think when I was married, when Vince was here, we were married, and we really didn't celebrate even the dating or whatever. So we didn't really celebrate Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people just look so forward to that. They're like, why y'all don't say it? And he's like, we do this every day.
Right.
You know, I don't have to have a special day. So like she said, you don't have to wait until, you know, May or June, Children's Day, Grandparents' Day, their birthday. You know, just let them know every day, hey, I love you. Because as we all see, life is so short.
Yes.
And, you know, you never know when that might be your last I love you or your last phone call or whatever. So now,
here we go.
Drum roll, drum roll.
Thank y'all for the hearts and the likes.
Yeah.
I love y'all. Now I need your shites. Thank you for the hearts and the likes. Now I need your shites. I need somebody to put a beat to that. Thank you for you.
Hold on. Let me, where my microphone? Look at the comment, y'all. Look what you got. Drum roll.
Woo! Yes. Thank you for the hearts and thank you for the likes.
Hold on. Let me just talk it. Thank you for the hearts and thank you for the likes.
Now I need your shikes.
Now I need your shakes. Now it said, now I need your shake. Okay, let's see.
Okay, so we're gonna have
I said the hugs. Wait a minute. This is not a smartphone.
How did they pull that out of it?
You
said hard.
Don't think about hugs, y'all.
Oh, God.
Okay, so.
All right, so here we go, y'all. Here we go. Let's see who today's winner is. Close your eyes. Make a wish. Blow out a candle.
Close my eyes. Make a list. That your name comes out of this dish.
And that is
who?
Mary Freshon Williams.
Mary! Yeah.
You are the winner of $25. And Danita, you can either send me your Venmo or your Cash App. And I will send you something, Mary Freshon. Thank you so much. And you know, this girl has already signed up for her time, baby. I sure appreciate you.
We got you up there.
Yes. Thank y'all so much. And Upper Mutt Show will not be on next week.
Okay.
We will be back on the 20th. Okay. There may be a time change on the 20th because Hickory Grove is having their choir day, and we will be going over there. And so if y'all want to hear some good singing, October the 20th.
And turning.
Another thing I want to announce that on October the 8th, Rutherford County Baptist Church, located on Seminary Road, is having a forum to meet the state candidates that are running for state positions. I advise you to come over there and to hear how they answer the question. That's on the 8th at 6:30, which is Wednesday. No, which is Tuesday. The 8th is Tuesday. So Tuesday, please come on over to, I will be there. I just won't be speaking or on the forum. But on the 15th of October at 6 p.m., the League of Women Voters will be having a forum at Smyrna Town Hall where you pay your water bill and where they have council meetings. We will be there and we will have questions and we will be answering, and you can see if you don't have a good understanding or if you're undecided, as it was in the text, if you're undecided, come and listen to the candidates. Come and see what we have to say. And I just don't believe in promises. I believe in, because we see a lot of promises made and then 4 years later they're not done. So I just believe in saying, hey, look, this is what I'm going to work on, and I'm going to get back to you and show you, things like that. I'm not a promise maker. Right. And so please.
I'm sorry, that was the 15th. At what time, please?
15th at 6 o'clock at Smyrna Town Hall.
Gotcha.
So,
and what you tell them about maybe coming on time?
Yes, it's a very small room. Now, they have overflow out in the lobby. Yeah. But there's very limited seating out there unless they put out chairs. I would say we have to arrive by 5:45. I'm just saying, don't meet me there, beat me there. So please, please, please come on out and hey, that's all I'm saying is get in there, get you a seat, get posted up, write your notes, whatever you want to say. I will be available afterwards if anybody has any questions. Like I said, you can't come up to me trying to be negative or degrading. I will shut that down so fast. But if you come up to me and talk like adults, I'm willing to listen to anybody who comes up and talk like an adult.
Okay.
So thank y'all so much. I will see you in 2 weeks, and I will let you know if the time will change.
Yes.
But please, 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 y'all go have yourselves an awesome week. Speak over your week. Speak over the days. Every day you get up, you make a confession, make an admiration, whatever you want to call it. You know, do your thing. So thank y'all so much. Thank you, TT.
You're welcome.
Teresa.
And invite a friend to watch the show. Share, like, shake. Invite a friend to come by. And it's really fun to volunteer at the polls with friends.
Oh my gosh.
Because by the time you have your friend there, you have fun. It's time to go.
It's time to go. That time goes by so
just
fast.
Bring a buddy. That's what we're gonna do.
Bring a buddy.
Bring a buddy to vote.
Yes.
2 and 2. The two of you guys. Yes.
So y'all have an awesome week. I love y'all. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody. Be blessed. Yes.
2 and 2.
2 and 2. 2 and 2. I'm still on here.
2 and 2.